Hey everybody, happy May 11th, happy Monday. I hope you are all well. I did not do an update last week, even though I meant to, so I wanted to quick give an update on everything happening and get as much information again out to you as we know. As you can see, my backdrop has finally changed. We came back to the facility on Monday last week to maintain our building, do a bunch of cleaning and get planning going. So the Milwaukee staff and the Madison staff have both been in Madison last week, and we're back here again today, which has been good. So we get a chance to meet. That does not mean we are open yet. Does not mean we can let you in to hit as much as I want to. Please don't come knock on the door because I just can't let you in right now. But it is coming soon, which is exciting. We'll see how soon that is, but we should get some guidance here in the next day or two in terms of what it's going to look like in Madison, Milwaukee for the opening. By maintaining the building, we got as bored as dusting all of the green drywall, which took a bit, but we have cleaned, made some changes in the facility, and then we also saw a new personal pacing record for cutting the grass by hand on Monday. It took Max about 6.5 hours. He is extremely sunburned, but is recovering well. So that was exciting to watch for all of us. Wanted to discuss a little bit about how the opening or what is going on. So wanted to dispel a rumor. Last week someone tweeted from a source out of Illinois that the governor had canceled all sporting events till September. I called down to all the major programs right away and asked what is going on. They said that is a false rumor. That is not true. They are looking at a little bit more of a delayed opening in June and possibly July 1st, but they are not canceled till September. I just want to make sure everyone knows that. So if you see that article, that has not been proven true. Around the country, we're getting a lot of positive information. Grand Park is set right now for June 10th or 14th, but they expect that to be moved closer to June 1 based on their social distancing policies that their governor gave them, and they're doing some lobbying with how they are setting up their complex. Georgia is May 25th for those that are headed to Atlanta this summer. They have a really great plan in place. They actually have a spray down policy for their dugouts in between every game with ionized water, which apparently takes care of COVID. And then Missouri opened this past weekend for some modified events, but I think more of the sanctioned events are delayed a bit. We obviously are waiting until we get some go-ahead to start traveling and do some of that. But just, we're starting to see some states making decisions on tournament openings and some of that stuff, which is awesome to see. We can hopefully get back to some sense of normalcy with our families and kids and baseball, which is a big part of America, and everyday life. So you will see on our website today, I've instructed everyone, they're up front doing it right now. They are starting to pull down the events that were on the schedule for April and the front half of May. We will not be adding yet to the online schedule, but we are starting to see tournament directors come out and give us guidance on when they are moving those events to or how they're going to make them up. Some are not. Some are just postponing credits to the following year, which is not cool. But a lot of them are sliding events to August. I think we're trying to figure out when our actual start date is, so that we know and can count backwards and kind of see the amount of weekends that we need. This is probably going to slide tryouts and some of those things back a little bit, which is fine, but we are moving and shifting with the climate of what is happening. So we feel good, and we'll be playing baseball shortly. When it is time to get moving in both Milwaukee and Madison, Jake is on the phone right now working on securing some outdoor spaces. We will adhere to whatever guidelines are given, but we will be trying to work outside as much as possible in Milwaukee with Next Level nearby in case there's rain. we do have a plan here in Madison to get back to practice as soon as we can, and we will be taking some precautions and dividing out our facility and using separate entrances and a lot of good stuff like that. So that is also what we're seeing around the ballparks. For those of you wondering, how in the heck can some of these ballparks open? Like Grand Park has 30 fields. They actually have enough parking lots and entrances by beauty of design that they can divide those into 3 and 4 field parks, and I guess they are going to be fencing them off, and you'll have to enter for your specific field through a certain entrance, and they will meet their social distancing requirements based on parking lot and entrance into those fields. So there's some pretty creative things happening, including touch points and hand sanitizing stations and a lot of different things going on. So we will see how innovative and creative a lot of these guys are with their tournaments, but they are being very safe with it. So other than that, I want to stress how important I think it is. I've seen a lot of kids out in neighborhoods or wherever out getting their work in and practicing. If you are a youth player, you are probably going to have some events here as soon as we can, and I want to make sure that you are getting outside to play catch daily. Doesn't mean throwing a bullpen every day, but it means get outside, play catch. If you can find BP somewhere, please do it. Please take care of yourself. For the high school players, I think the date that really circles on my calendar is the second week of June. Several teams are in Grand Park, several teams are in Illinois. That may change. From everything I know, that second week of June is going to be live right now. And so if you are a high school player, I want to urge and really stress the seriousness that you are working out and throwing, especially if you are a pitcher. Now, we are not going to have an injury program or an injury problem in our program because we are going to limit innings, and we have a bunch of arms, and we do not want guys going to high stress throwing situations without being ready. So we will build a ramp up scale, but you certainly can do everyone a favor, including yourself, by making sure you play a ton of catch and getting in bullpens once or twice a week. So I want to stress how important it is for the high school arms and even 14 and 13-year-olds to have a consistent throwing program and long toss program right now. Arm conditioning is not something that happens in 10 days. And then obviously if you're a hitter, please make sure you're finding a way to work. It is important. We don't want to get the go ahead and everyone just be so far behind because they haven't put in some of their own work at home, which, like I've always said, it takes a lot to be a great player, and part of that is putting in the time at home. So I think those are the major things I wanted to talk about. One, some of the things happening online. You may see our schedule shifting. Two, tournament directors are moving and changing events, and we're starting to get some real positive feedback and some real hard dates and procedures. 4 complexes sent out their procedures last weekend. And then also just know we are back here. Please don't come in just yet, but we are working as a staff to get a lot of planning done, and we will be ready when the opening whistle goes and the kickoff happens. We'll have our stuff out quickly so we can have a plan and execute it. So happy Monday. Hope you all have a great week, and hopefully see you guys soon. Bye.